I do.
Oh, what, are you in the newspaper or something?
I'm in the, well, this is a newspaper, and do you have the same prescription? Do you want to swap?
Imagine they're inferior, but we can...
Wow! This is, you could kill ants with this. Strong. No, I'm sorry. I always wanted to do that when I see you perform in security. Oh, this is an example of maybe another way instead of shooting people, although I get it. Me and some friends were a little frustrated that the New York Post, anyone know the Post? Anyone on the West Coast here? So it's like Fox News on print. Yeah. And they deny climate change, so we were frustrated and didn't have guns handy. So what we did is we produced 100,000 copies of our version of the New York Post devoted to climate science. It's got all kinds of news, it's amazing. The only lie in this issue is that the New York Post would tell the truth. That's our and we even got one in the hands of Rupert Murdoch as we were giving them out. I was walking down the street and one of our guys gave it to him. That was a good prize. Yeah, so that's why I brought, just show and tell.
So where did you put the newspapers then?
Well, we had many volunteers, and we had hundreds and hundreds of volunteers, and we gave them out all over the streets of New York and all the boroughs, and stuffed them in suitcases and flew them around and gave them out other places too. And, yeah, he was annoyed, but I think there were some good facts in there. One of the fun things is there are people who don't like the Post in New York.
Oh.
So we would try to give them out, like free New York Post today, and they'd be like, I hate the Post. We're like, you'll like this one, man, trust us. So that was, it's just one example from the book. I try to give a lot of examples of creative, and I just happened to bring it with me. Yeah, so this is just one example of tactical performance.
Tactical performance, what does it even mean?
It's just a pretentious term I coined because academic. Yes, I did.
How many terms have you coined?
I try to coin at least one a year. That's how you get tenured.
Oh.
But yeah, so the idea is just it's guerrilla theater, it's creative activism, it's opening up the spaces in new ways, surprising the authorities and getting the jump on them a little bit so that you can be heard with fewer resources.
With fewer resources.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying like you were on a small budget.
Yes.
And you were unsure of how to move forward.
For sure.
And you wrote a book.
I did. That's it.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
I
have that effect on you.
Can you just tell us, so tactical performance, so this interest, so you go to the authorities and you do some sort of action. Can you give another example of different
Sure.
things that you've done?
For sure. We were a little upset at Bush's, the junior Bush's environmental policies. And he was fresh enough to say in a State of the Union address that America needs to move beyond a petroleum-based economy. And we really are addicted to oil. And we were amazed that he would say that because his policies had nothing to do with that. But somebody told him to say that for political reasons.
Yes.
So we said, good, let's agree with him. Let's go and support the president.
Yes.
And we created something called the Oil Enforcement Agency. And we had a couple hundred agents, trained, uniformed agents, that went out and raided auto shows and in other sort of oil company events and things like that, expressing Bush's will. And we were able to say, we support the president. Why do you hate America? Which was very refreshing to say to oil executives. Just outflank them from the other side.
And how did they respond?
They were confused. They were disturbed. They were annoyed. Annoyed for sure. One thing that was fun is at one point we had disrupted the LA Auto Show, and they brought in the LAPD and the private security. And actually heard, we're going to need backup. There's like 30 of them, and they have a banner. And that was exciting. All these, and we were like, everyone, please stay away from these cars. These cars hurt America. Here's some information. We got to be like the police we wish we had.
Yes.
And the uniforms were awesome, like skull and crossed gas pump. And it was really nice because at one point, one of our agents was talking to an LAPD officer and a private security officer and like negotiating what was actually happening. So you had like the power power of corporate enforcement, the state, and the freak pretend thing that we were doing. All like negotiating what's happening here. And we were able to leave with dignity. That was my favorite leaving. We were like, all right, our brother officers have secured this climate crisis crime scene. Thanks, guys. Where you just marched out with dignity. No tear gas, no, thing. It was really nice.
Yes.
Because I'm not that good at the arrest yoga. There's ways to loosen up as you're being dragged across the concrete, and I'm not I need arrest yoga.
Yes, understood.
Yeah.
Larry, it seems like you have something else in
I
mind.
do. This is just a thing that just came out about good clowns. The clandestine insert. Can you read this? So this is a wonderful anarchist journal from Detroit. Everybody support it. Clandestine Insurgent Rebel Clown Army, Good Clowns, and that was our crew that we started years ago in the honor of the clown tradition. And I liked what the protesters were showing. This was standard issue Clown Army gear when we got going. We actually did some of this. So you can block the gas and still. and you imagine 80 people with these, it's actually kind of creepy, but that's the idea. That's the idea. And just to, may I read this?
Yes, please.
We will remain faceless because we refuse the spectacle of celebrity. Because we are everyone. Because the carnival beckons. Because the world is upside down. Because we are everywhere. By wearing masks, we show that who we are is not as important as what we want. And what we want is everything for everyone. I get choked up.
Larry, I think that Gretchen would really like that, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Do you all think so?
Yeah.
She went to the store, but maybe she's back.
Is she back?
Should we check? Hey,
Yeah.
Gretchen!
Yes, doctor?
Do you mind coming here? There's someone I'd love for you to meet.
I'm a little busy with a fucking Trump supporter right now.
Well, just take a pause just for a moment, Gretchen, and just...
Fine. You're lucky, motherfucker!
Lucky.
Got into a little tussle in the bathroom. Someone had a Trump sticker. I handled it.
Gretchen, this is Larry.
Hi, Larry. Hillary or Trump?
Oh, yeah. Mom didn't raise them dummies,
I got him tied up back there. I don't have all day.
Larry does some really interesting work, Gretchen. I think you'd love to hear about it. Even as a protesting mask thing.
Yeah.
You want to see?
Oh, but.
See it kind of because it's so funny.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Larry, that's great.
Is this good?
Yeah.
Have this effect.
Oh!
Maybe while you're beating someone. You
Yeah.
can be wearing-
Yeah. And then you lift it up and say, you motherfucker!
Larry has some really interesting ideas about what to do at a protest.
Okay. I mean, I'm good, but okay.
I mean, I do. I happen to have a PowerPoint. Is that
You just
coincidence?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, an itinerant professor. Is that
Pop-up professor.
pop-up
Here we go.
professor? Is that okay?
That would be
Can I
great.
do
What
that?
would you about?
Sure.
What's your weapon of choice? A rock and a fork.
Yeah. Between the rock.
You know, we're out of axes and tomahawks.
I mean, I'll show you. I'll show you.
Something like that.
It's more like conceptual, political jujitsu. Can I kind of show you what I mean?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
No blood. No blood.
I
Actually.
got boobs. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just